Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, salute, salute. Peace and power. I see you got knife in the building. Peace, 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 Mr. Smith. Peace, peace, peace. Natasha, Jonathan, Andre. Salute, salute, salute. What's goody, what's goody? It's a Friday night. It's a Friday night. Much love, much love. Okay, I see you. Miss Green. Uh-oh, evening, evening. Jason. Salute. Check it. Oh, congratulations. Thank you. And also thank you for the support in the Cash Apps and all that. We're going to get right to it. 2K, that's right, 2K. And the 2K has to be a gift from my comrades, right? I don't have a super chat. I got comrades. So again, it's an appreciation because I can't do it, right? I can't subscribe. I mean, I did subscribe to my own platform, but it's not 2,000 to me. So that means you, my comrades, have pushed the envelope, have pushed it. But you want to see truth. You want to hear transparency. You want the complex broken down to the simplest form. So I appreciate, I love my comrades, and this is what it is. So tonight is a Q&A. Yes, it is. I'm not going to be on long. Thank you, thank you, thank you, but it's a Q&A. So definitely, this is a space. It's Friday. Pick my brain. Pick my brain. Hey, V. I see you. There go V, my Oakland. My Oakland queen. What's good? What's good? Yes. Bliz. Yes. 2. Again, get that Twitter. That's right, Knife. Put that cash up in there. Put that up in there too, Knife. Because again, what people don't understand is certain people DM me. Certain people hit me in my inbox and they be like, here, I want to donate. So your Cash App got something in it. That goes to somebody who wants anger management. Right? Natasha, I wish. Look, Western Union too, whatever you got. And I don't have Zelle. I got to get Zelle, man. There's a sister who's been asking me, yo, get a Zelle. But I do have a lot of things attached to that one bank account. So I don't like having all that on there, you know? Yeah, old school, Western Union, tried and true. I'll be in there on the regular, and it's much simpler now. You dig? Yes, definitely, Nick. So again, there's people, who hit it and say, listen, I don't need anger management just as yet, or I don't have a domestic violence issue. I don't know anybody, but if somebody does and they don't have the full fee, here, I'm putting that up in there. I'm throwing that up in there. Put that in the kitty, right? Like Martin said, put that in the kitty. You dig? My 77. Put that right there for somebody who needs that. Thank you, V. Yes, the book. Yes, the All-American Justice System Handbook. Handcuffs, shower shoes, and visits. If you don't have it, get it. That's very necessary. As you can see, that we as a people, and I've said it, Bay. How many times I told them, Bay, that as long as we're living in a capitalist system, there will be a justice system. And as long as there's racism, we will be the feeder for the justice system. So I wrote a book to help you, you dig? Um, to help you, right? Survive it. First, initially, if you read it, it should prevent you from ever going astray. You don't want to go astray. You want to remain disciplined through whatever hardships you're going through and not become a criminal. Remember, our hardships are political. Our hardships are political. So if you become consistently militant and you have discipline, you will never resort to crime. You understand what I'm saying? You will never ever resort to crime to ease whatever struggle you're going through, because you understand that that struggle is the political process in order for you to get up out of your liberation. So crime is like a cheat code. It's like a cheat sheet. It doesn't build your character. Hold on, T. Davis. Salute, Karim. If our black celebrities are flashing money and telling us what they got, are they helping out people in the struggle? No. No, excuse my finger, too. No, they're not. Huh? Bliz with one Z. One Z. No, they're not. By flashing money, by flashing property, by flashing toys, they're not helping the struggle at all. Because those things are never going to bring you liberation. Never. Never. You ever seen what kind of car was Malcolm driving? What kind of car was Huey driving? Angela Davis is still here. What kind of car does she drive? What kind of car did Fidel Castro drive? You understand? Vehicles are tools. That's all they are. Vehicles are tools. Do you understand me? They motivating you to be part of the system. That's all they doing. To be part of, the establishment. I can recall me being in the street and understanding that if I'm not walking, I am not accessible to my enemies, to my bandits. So what did we do? We started taking cabs at a very young age, right? Because now people don't see you. They don't see you walking to the train station. They don't see you on a bus. You understand? Now you're in a cab. You take a cab to the train station. You may take a cab downtown. All that. Then you get older and you realize, well, damn, if I had a whip, then I can really move around and really be cloaked. You understand? That's it. Money can be a tool, but you can also become a victim of chasing that money. And if your money is in a position that is harmful to the struggle, if your quest for that money is harmful to the struggle, then you're defeating the purpose. Because money's a tool, right? Most hustlers utilize or they make large amounts of money off of their hustle. Now, if their hustle is selling dope, if their hustle is selling coke, if their hustle is selling pills, how much of that money becomes a tool? How much? Exactly. We were born with everything. And in this country, we can build an army with little to almost nothing. Simple as that. And there are many, many, many ways to fight this. Many ways to fight this. Money's like a hammer, but you can hurt yourself with the hammer. Yeah, you can smash your thumb with that shit. You dig? Peace, peace, E. Salute, salute. This is a question and answer session, and a celebration. I got 2K, 2,000 subscribers. So, yeah, we moving on up. The next is 5,000, right? The next is 5,000. And again, I don't have a super chat. I don't have a chat. I got comrades. So that's what we calling this on this particular platform. This is comrades. And that's how we acknowledge each other here. We acknowledge each other as comrades, right? Whether you're king or queen, we comrades, because in this war, don't matter who got that thing. It don't matter who got that thing. You understand what I'm saying? Because some of the sisters got that eagle eye, and they could pick your ass off from half a mile away. Trust and believe, I done seen it. I've been in the regular army. I know how they give it up. So in that foxhole, we all comrades. And we deal with each other with equity. 100 to 100. You give up 100%, I give up 100%. That's the only way liberation works. That's the only way it works. It ain't no role for the women, role for the men, role for the queens, role for the kings. Nah. It's interchangeable. Because we understand every man ain't tough. Every man ain't tough. Every man ain't a soldier. Every man can't bench 300, 315. Some of them sisters can. So therefore the roles have to be interchangeable roles. You understand? Gotta be interchangeable. So we all doing everything. And when the time comes, you may have to fall back. At the other time, you may have to be on point. That's how we move. You can't look at and try to base how we move by studying these Euros and thinking that we could utilize what they utilize. Nah. Can you give advance on how to keep a black marriage strong living in this present day? I usually stay away from relationship questions. I usually stay away from it. But I'm going to do it. Advice. I'm going to do it. 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 How do you keep a marriage strong? You have to. Yeah, I know, V, you laughing, huh? I know. How do you keep a marriage strong? Right? You keep a marriage strong by setting goals. You keep a marriage strong by knowing everything ain't about you in this shit. This is a team effort. It's a team effort. Selfless giving. Selfless giving. Right? It works. I'm 35 and married 11 years. Man, you still young in that stuff, man. I've been married almost as long as you've been alive. Wait till you hit 15, 20 joints. Right? I mean, I commend you, though. Don't get me wrong. 11 years is nothing to sneeze at. You know, 11 years is nothing to sneeze at. But again, patience and communication. Definitely, definitely. Patience and communication. Can you give too much? Certainly. Certainly. You give too much and then you become resentful of your partner. So you have to have a balance. That's why you have to know what's good for you. You understand? Gotti Bullets is in the building. What up, Gotti? Salute. Celebrating 18 years with my wife today. Okay. Congratulations. Happy anniversary, y'all. Happy anniversary. You dig? That's what's up. You know? Do white victims get more attention? Hell yeah, babe. We gonna do that. But I want to address Ma because again, he wants to know how do we keep this tight? And again, when you're talking about marriage, right? And I will say that, and It may sound like something that you heard before. It may sound, regurgitated because it's been, especially in the last year or two, it is not a construct from our people. It is just not. The concept of marriage, the way Euros have it, is something that they devised. That's why so many black marriages fail. Because you're trying to follow the Eurocentric rules to it, which again was that love, honor, obey shit. That don't work. It just doesn't work. Because when you hear those words, those are oppressive words, right? Except for the love. And Euros don't know how to love. They just don't. You can't know what love is when your whole mission has been to enslave people, when your whole mission has been to destroy nature. Anybody that is an enemy of nature does not know how to love. They just don't. You can't love a tree. You damn sure can't love a person. You can't learn love. You can't learn to love like that. That's something that is natural. That is something that comes from the universe. That's something that comes from our people. So how do you feel about our people embracing modern day polygamy? Um, our people go about it wrong. I'll tell you that for a fact. Because if it's good enough for him, then it should be good enough for her. And we're not in that space yet to understand that. We're still in a space where, again, you're trying to silence a woman and her needs and nature. You dig? So if you're going to open that door, homeboy, be ready. Because when you say it, she might say, okay, no doubt. I do need another husband. And now you backpedaling like, whoa, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking I need another wife. Yeah, you do. But you know what? I think I want another husband or two. You understand? So again, our people are not in the space because of what we lived through of the past 700-800 years. You understand? It's a whole different thought. It's a whole different way of being that you have to get into before you can start with this polygamy and polyamorous and all this shit. And to be perfectly honest with you, most men have not learned how to deal with one woman. He hasn't mastered that yet without being oppressive and brutal. You dig? It's very few who have that instinct in them to not only be, right, someone who commands respect, but who can also nurture and put a woman in a good enough space to where she's not even thinking in that mindset, to where she's not jealous, to where she's not thinking that she's going to lose. And then you don't have our women in a space that where they're not trying to take. You understand? When you're talking poly and things like that, you're not talking somebody's coming in to take. There is never, ever, ever a space in that I seen that was balanced. It just hasn't been because we're not balanced. We're still living up under somebody else's institutions and systems. You understand? So until we could get that, until we are liberated completely and totally, and only relying on ourselves, can we then speak about different ways of growing as far as our spirituality and our loving and things of that nature come into concern. We not there yet. We far away from. I mean, people are trying. Why they're making that attempt? Because again, what we've been given or what we adopted from the Euros don't work. It just doesn't work. because it's based on greed, it's based on finances, and it's based on dominance. So it doesn't work. That's why we keep stumbling. That's why no matter how high we go up, we always come crashing back down. You still not in your natural space. We're still not even in our natural tongue. You understand? What are some of your, hold on. Do you have any advice for the black alpha woman? Calm your ass down. I was telling my wife is going to come. Hold on. Hold up. I was telling my wife, wait. I was coming to a point where there's going to be one man and two women to a household because the men are shot out. And, hold up. And our kids need real fathers and dads around 24/7. Right? Do the women work in polyamorous relationships, or are they housewives? Listen, I don't know. I don't see too many poly relationships. I just don't. I just don't. And again, if you're in that space, you have to be, and you can't be broke. You can't. I can't be broke doing that shit. It's just dumb. It's just dumb. So everybody need to be working. Everybody. Simple as that. You know? That's the thing. That's why you stumbling. Because when you see it and it becomes a different arrangement. It doesn't come poly. It becomes a pimp hoe situation. That's what it is. Now this dude is just living kick back. He got two or three women and he not doing shit. What are you doing? And if you're not doing nothing, that means your ass can be replaced. What do you feel about the missing black men in recent news? Get on point. Do I smoke? No, I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't eat red meat. I don't drink soda. Right? Missing black men. I've been telling people for years, black men need to soldier up. Because there's nothing to come in the hood and snatch a black body. Nothing. Nothing. There's nothing to come in the hood and take a black body. Anywhere. Because our people are not on point. They're comfortable. They're comfortable. So when you're comfortable, your guard is down. So you're going to get snatched up. Especially when you are not alert to the dangers. They really don't understand that this is a racist society designed to either kill us or put us in prison for slave labor. That's it. Get out the way. Exactly. That's it. Why we still think it's comfortable? You think it's sweet? I don't go outside my door without a weapon. Never have. Never. I'm always ready to kill somebody. Always. Because we are under attack. Black bodies are going to get snatched. Because that's just what it is. That's just what it is. You're going to get your ass snatched up. At anybody has authority to do it. Whether it's police, whether it's a federal agent, whether it's your ordinary militia person. Shit. Whether it's a crazy serial killer. Jeffrey Dahmer was just snatching people off the street and eating them up. The fuck are you doing? Like, we too comfortable here. So yeah, you're gonna have people missing. Men, women, and children. Men, women, and children are going to continuously be missing. Because we think it's sweet. We think it's sweet. I don't. I know it's real. Kelly Price was reported missing. Yeah. Well, again, when I seen that running, and my thing is, to be honest, I think anybody that was close to Whitney Houston is a dub. Because we don't know what she spoke to these people who were that close to her. So, eventually, I think all of them going to be a body. And I'm just going to keep it 100. I don't trust nothing in that industry. I really don't. That's why so many of them are losing their life, because a lot of them contractually are owned by the industry. So I think that since the industry is so strapped for money, because the way they were getting money has been cut off since the pandemic, that they are saying, you know what, we don't need to pay this person what we owe them. Remember, Kelly Price wrote a lot of songs. She wrote a lot of songs. So that means her publishing checks are heavy. So if she doesn't have uh, life insurance, if she doesn't have somebody that she can sign over, the rights to a lot of that music, it goes right back into the system. So I wouldn't be, surprised if they knocked her off. Wouldn't surprise me at all. At all. At all. I'm telling you, when you want to do the research to all of the entertainers, whether it's hip hop, TV, or film, that are melanated over the past 3 or 4 years, and see who their agents were, what companies were they signed to, and if they had any significant next of kin. Because we already seen what happened with Michael Jackson publishing, right? At first, they kept it, and then they sold it. We see what's going on with Prince's, right? Box the family up out of here. Here, take this 150 mil and keep it moving. Because they have to make sure that they continuously eat off there. You can't have nobody, sitting tall and can always claim, because remember, they claim that those rights are for 70 years after the passing of the owner. You understand? Peace, goddess. You know? You dig? Yeah, come on. These people own that. So as long as you around, listen, I don't know none of them. None of them who kept that publishing. Why do most TV shows depict black relationships as being drama filled? Because as long as that image is in your head, you will never work to make sure that your relationship is tight. How hard, wait a minute. How hard was it to switch your state of mind from the streets to what you're doing now as far as the counseling, and what caused you to make that transformation? Because jail was so stupid. Jail was on some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? I was losing my, I already knew who I was, but again, when you're not living out to your potential, man, you start to feel that. You're like, nah, man, I can't keep doing this shit. So that's what it was, and it cooled my heels. Remember, I was in, I was incarcerated from the end of 94, 95 till 2004. So I watched the millennium change, and I seen what was going on as far as that 9/11 shit was real. So now everything had to be in the computer. Everything had to be technology driven. So now the cameras, y'all wasn't watching that Will Smith movie. Y'all wasn't really. They put it out there in Hollywood, show you. Well, I knew from reading George Orwell book, 1984, Big Brother's watching, I'm telling you. So my chosen hustle, I knew my days was limited. I knew it. Come on, man. You're not going to keep going after armored cars and money bags and, trying to jewelry store, diamond blocks, sticking, putting in all that work. You know, all that shit you seen in Heat, Val Kilmer, that was our crew, man. That was me. You see Heat, you see Ray Donovan and all that other Euro shit. You don't see a bunch of white dudes doing that. That's our stories, man. Somebody sold that story to them dudes, man. That was us. Get busy. But you're not going to do it in 2021. You may see one or two come through on the inside job and get some, but the fuck out of here. You can't live your life like that. Because now the consequences is thick, man. You get up there, you 50, 60 years old, you can't be risking it. Everything now is a quarter or better. I mean, you're gonna die in jail. So how much money is worth that? That risk. You gonna risk it all for what? You gonna risk it all for what? Give me a number. Somebody say, yo, it's 5 million in there in cash. You gonna go get that? You know how many variables come into play? What, 10 million? How much is worth your life? You 30, 35, 40. How much is worth your life? Because I tell you what, if it's $1 million in that spot, I could do something 1 million times for $1 and get the same shit. Same shit. Just like I tell these bras, man. You could fuck one person for $1 million, or you can fuck 1 million people for $1. The choice is yours. You understand? It's your mindset. And what you gonna do. And when it come to throwing that, when it come to throwing that hammer, ain't nothing worth that. Now that's a criminal. Now if you telling me if I pop this person right here, that my people will be liberated, oh, his ass is out of here. He gone. Trust and believe. He is a goner. Knocking his head to the next existence. You gotta understand that. And once you know that for yourself, then you want for your comrades, then you want for your brothers to live out to their potential. So you stop allowing people to glamorize bullshit. You stop allowing people to glorify bullshit. So the street life becomes obsolete because the streets don't give. The same shit is that we've been doing since 1950, 1960, 1970, 19, the same hustle, that same shit is there. And the same end result. Some are going to make it. The majority are going to die. And quite a few going to go to jail. But ain't none of that shit going to get us as a group to get these people up off our asses to really be liberated. Streets don't give, you know? Bliz, Free Rod Diggs. Will he ever get an appeal? I don't know how strong the case is, and I would never say never because I got my appeal on the bullshit technicality. I had 30 joints, and the bullshit. When I look at it, it was bullshit. Technicality got my whole shit thrown out. It took almost a decade to do it, but it was done. So I don't know. I don't know his case like that. You know, I don't know his case like that. He might get an appeal. I don't know. You know, that's the legal process. Gotta see it. gotta see how to, you know. What is this? Allergies. No doubt, I'm trying to make sure that, you know, again, you know, I like to consider myself, even though I'm a small dude, I ain't no big 300-pound fullback. But I always like to say, grab my shirt, I'm gonna make the hole. What are my feelings on R. Kelly? R. Kelly had a lot of help. R. Kelly had a lot of help. That's what I feel on R. Kelly. R. Kelly had a lot of help. He didn't do that on his own, and I don't think he should be going down on his own. Like I said, everybody who testified on him, who said they was there, why they not being charged with a crime too? Because they knew he was humping the minors. Well, ARAB is a whole different thing. Whole different thing. You know? Yeah, a lot of help. A lot of help, V. He had help. And he also had advice. You know what I'm saying? Because if you, you know, that's a sickness to like young women like that, young girls, not even women. He like pre-pubescent teens. Girl, that's a sickness. You understand? When you got grown women throwing their panties at you, there's nothing like a grown woman. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing that a little girl has that can compare to a grown woman. And he had grown women throwing themselves at him. So when dudes, you know, even when I see dudes looking at high school girls, what the fuck is you looking at? You understand? It's a sick mentality. It's a bad fetish, and it's something that happened to him when he was younger that made him, right, attracted to that. I can't stand how they walk. You understand? This is a girl. I got a daughter. I see how they, you know, move and play and get like, what the fuck is attractive to that to anybody? You dig what I'm saying? So he had a sickness. He had a sickness. You understand what I'm saying? And they encouraged it. They allowed it to fester to a point of where he, you know, didn't even believe he was doing anything wrong. And again, they say it goes back to Aaliyah. So that means he was sick back then and nobody helped him. You know? Yeah, yeah. You know? How do how do celebrities influence little teen girls and does it matter? Of course, because they don't have the right imagery. Like any youth, not only young girls, they influence young boys too. You understand? Celebrity in this country is is that's what it is. Celebrity celebrated. You know, you are living in a space where it's wonderful, where you see these big houses, you see these clothes. They seem to be going to the finest restaurants to eat and not having a care in the world. That shit is dazzling. I see grown ass people that get caught up in that shit, starstruck and all that. I said I used to be backstage at a lot of them shows like, oh, that's such and such? Word? Fuck out of here. They ain't no, I mean, all of them. You can't name them. I've been around 80% of the industry, high levels. You get starstruck with that shit. I'm looking at him like, yo, if I poke him in his neck right now, I wonder how long it would take him to bleed out. Bitch ass nigga. I'm serious. And looking at these little rusty girls like, damn, I ain't know, oh shit, that's her? Her lips be chapped like that? Come on, yo. I seen the best of them. You don't be starstruck. They people. They are people. And you know, it's just me, and I have to give it up to my upbringing. I wouldn't trade me being raised in East New York for nobody in the world, for no other place in the world. We just didn't give a fuck. We don't care who you are. You ain't from the East, we gonna test you. Simple as that. Simple as that. We didn't give a fuck who was who. It would have to be. I'm telling you, it had to be. I've been around a lot of them. A lot of people. I'm like, you know, you may get hyped. Only one who really, really had me starstruck the way I was, and I was young then. I'm talking 16. As I seen Mike Tyson. I was yo, and I was as a young boy. You know, I was 16, and he driving down the block and stopped right in front of us, shook my hand, all that. Like, yo, it's like, that's Mike. Shook my hand. I'm like, yo, I got the power. And what my dumb ass do, instead of going to the gym and training that day, I go to Union Square. I'm knocking people out in the club and shit. What we doing? What we doing? What you doing? You understand? You know, but, you know, big roll. Okay, Tut. Yep, Caddy. Big Spady. I used to work out with Spady. You know, Spady on some bullshit when you work it out. Nah, no autograph. He's 16. We didn't even have a pen. He's walking to the train station. I had on my Daily News Golden Glove shirt, and that's why I think he stopped. He's like, "You box?" I said, "Yeah, I was in Golden Gloves this year." He was like, "Oh, word?" He said, "You like this?" This is when he first bought. He had the red drop, red BM drop. Like, you keep fighting, you gonna have one of these. And shook my hand. Right on. We was on Sheffield and Livonia, walking to the train station. You dig? And yeah, that's what it was. Mike shook my hand, and all night I'm snuffing people, knocking out people. Hey, that's it. Mike gave me the power. But Mike was always around the hood. Mike was he's just a different breed. And that's the only one who I was, and I was 16. I was graduating high school that year. So I've been around them. Who are some of the real ones that I met in the industry? Anybody from Wu. And I'm not just saying that because that was my immediate, but anybody from Wu, man. Those dudes was very, very genuine, very real to me. I appreciated the the friendships, the acquaintances while they lasted. I can't be mad that we no longer rock, we no longer, in touch like that. But yo, them dudes was very welcoming to me to a certain degree. They're a very tight knit bunch, and as you can see from this TV show, that they have, it had a lot of shit going on with them that a lot of people don't know about, but they always embraced me. So they were very real. I can't, I don't know. It's so funny still. I can't speak for nobody else. Of course, my man Fat Gary, who is a DJ Premier Manager, very real, very good dude. Of course, my man Dallas, who brought me on to the management team when we was managing Miss Jones. Dallas is one of the realest dudes that was in the industry, but he wasn't in the industry. He just was there. You know what I'm saying? But he not an industry dude. Yeah, yeah. No, not Dallas Austin. Nah, 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 nah. Hell no. No, no, no. Nah, Dallas Mitchell, man. Dallas is from the East. Dallas and his brother La Tim. Dallas and La, you know? Two of the realest dudes that was ever in the industry. Oh, and Charlie Davis. A lot of people don't know who he is. Charlie Davis is really the individual who discovered Mary. All that shit about Andre Harrell, nah, it was two dudes, Larry and Kurt. Kurt Woodley. Kurt is who you will see from time to time sticking his head around Puff. He kind of mentored Puff too, but Charlie Davis was solid brother. Got out of the industry, of course, but he was one of the premier black managers at that time. Oh, and Lindsey Williams, Sylvia's grandson from Sylvia's restaurant, another real dude. With certain few dudes. But again, these is executives that you don't hear about that was really making power moves back then. They was all right. And these old stories about the infamous tunnel. What you want me to tell you? How I used to stick dudes up at the tunnel, catch them on the back street and hit them in the head with the pistol until the blood trickled down here. I ain't gonna do all that. You know, I ain't gonna do all that. The tunnel was a dangerous spot. I tell you that. Not for me. I used to always be in there. And again, what people don't know about the tunnel is a lot of them Harlem dudes used to have their hammers in there. So I'm gonna get mine in too. For real, for real. But the tunnel was what it was. It was what it was. Sleeping on the 3 train going back home. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially if we was coming from Union Square. You took it back a era though. You know what I'm saying? You took it back a era. Sleeping on the trains and shit. Yeah, man. And I ain't going front. It's something about East New York and Brownsville that we was always good around each other. We kind of set the pace and set the tone for how we move when we is in the city because we always stuck so tight. You know what I'm saying? Love Brownsville. Love Brownsville. Brownsville is one spot. Yo, if you it's one spot that I don't care how funny Style Times is, where you don't see knuckle games and all that shit. Brownsville is still a spot where you will get beat the fuck up. Straight like that. Choke got tunnel footage because he's a bozo in there, man. Who the fuck had a camera back then? Dudes was doing all type of other shit. That should tell you how much of a bozo he is. He had a camera. Everybody else was in there doing what they doing. Fuck is you in there with a camera? You know what I'm saying? I'm not from New York, but why do people say Harlem dudes can't be trusted? Because they're all about the hustle. And hustling breeds conniving energy. That's what that's what it is. You live in 251 Osborne. I had peoples in Van Dyke. Yeah, Brownsville, you still get beat up in Brownsville. Brownsville always been like that since I can remember. And since my mother told me, Brownsville, you'll get beat up. Straight up. You better have a knuckle game playing around out there. Male or female. Go around there seeing cousins or going to check a person and something. You start talking stupid. Somebody gonna run right up in your mouth with a nice fist, nice knuckle sandwich, and you better be able to knuckle up. Or you gonna get beat up in Brownsville. Straight up. You know? Hey, B-Town, Boston. Another rough city. What's up? I see y'all. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I love my Brownsville people. I'm telling you. We tore the city up. Harlem dude, you should get the stuff that came. Hold on. Pardon me. Harlem dudes, you should get their stuff took when they came to Brooklyn. Everybody got their stuff took when they came to Brooklyn. I don't care, Queens, Bronx, anybody. Shit, certain sections coming to a different section of Brooklyn got their shit took. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But I ran around Harlem with some real dudes, man. So don't sleep. Everybody in Harlem ain't no hustler. Everybody in Harlem is not a hustler. You got them dudes up in Dunbar, 150th and 8th. You got the dudes in Colonial. You got some dudes you know, up in the blocks, you know what I'm saying? 35th, Lenox, 32nd and Lenox. You got little pockets, man, where dudes get busy. Don't sleep. Yeah, Harlem got some dudes. Don't sleep. I know I done put in a lot of work. A lot of dudes done put that bag in my hand because they couldn't do it and they needed some out. Yeah. I had a lot of dudes. And then there's so many dudes that was getting money in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So many dudes that a lot of people, y'all just hear the stories of the same few. It's a lot of dudes up there, man. A lot of dudes. A lot of dudes. Yeah, Polo Grounds, all. It's a lot of dudes that y'all don't hear about. Um, there's a kid named Zest that was getting a lot of money. Zestland Records, he had a little independent. It's a big dude that was getting bread named Willow. A lot of people don't know Willow. It was two dudes, V and Mark, Vern and Mark. They called V Pluck. Yo, it's a lot of dudes, man. It's a lot of dudes, but you always hear the same names, saying Carlton Hines. Yeah. It's quite a few, but even Carlton, a lot of people do know about Carlton, but it's a lot of sleepers that was uptown getting a lot of bread and slipped through the cracks. Saigon, Brownsville, Brooklyn versus Harlem. I didn't see it. I didn't. Yeah. I gotta see that. The real dudes in Harlem wasn't flashy. Yeah, they wasn't. They wasn't. They wasn't. You know. Big L was alright. I wasn't a fan of his flow, none of that. I just didn't think he was all that. I think he was a low budget, low finesse. I said it before. So yeah, there's a lot of headbangers. Um, Tijuana, what's up? Salute, salute. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can. I'm hearing that Darren Cracks went against solar and lunar alignment because Trump what? Because Trump was supposed to be president. Yeah, a lot of weird things. And my thing is none of that shit. And I don't mean to downplay it because some people really take their time to research and be involved in it. But again, people can plan a lot of things. If you don't go along with the plan, then it's ineffective. My best friend just moved to Mexico. Says he loves it much cheaper also. Salute, 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 salute. Salute, salute. Yeah, definitely. Yup. Thank you, Eternal. Right. Consultations, sessions, right? Cash App, DM me so we could talk about it, whether it's anger management, you know. I rep Carolina, Uptown BX in Harlem all day. BK got the best MCs. You think so? You really think BK got the best MCs? I like it. I'll take that. I'll take that. But I always say the BX is just it's a different beast, man. You're talking about KRS and Cool Keith and Grandmaster Caz and you know it's a lot. Yeah, Queen's got some fire ones too, but I'm telling you, I appreciate it. Brooklyn just have a lot of MCs with different distinct flows. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody like a Most Def, you're like, oh my God, you know? Then, you know, of course, Kane is Source Money, and, you know, our flows are just different. Our flows, you know, of course, Sean Price, we got a lot of, we got people that flow. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn flow is a little different, you know? Yeah, A got a yeah. What do you think about Joey Badass? I like him as an actor. Yeah, AZ flow is crazy. Sky Zoo is fire. Yeah. But A shit is, you know, I can't front. I don't, you know, we don't holler like that no more, but A flow is impeccable. They can't see him. The boy is nice. I ain't gonna never, you can't front on that. You know? Judge Judy, yeah, you know. A that dude. That's why I was here. Y'all like A, but yeah, y'all gotta get around him. You know? What do you think about that AZ album? I didn't hear it yet. I'm gonna do my damnedest. I'm gonna get up early tomorrow and listen to the whole album. I have not listened to A album yet. I heard it's much better than Nas. I heard it's much better than Ye's and Drake's. I gotta listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. If you really, really want to listen to something from AZ, YouTube or Google AZ, the Al Green mixtape. Because what people don't know is that for a good period, A was dropping like 2 or 3 mixtapes independently a year. He got mad material. So Google that AZ, right? The Al Green sessions, Al Green mixtape. When I tell you the flows, it was crazy. What do you think about my previous comment? J Hood, he was alright. Your previous comment. What was your previous comment? I missed it. Pardon me for that. This shit moving fast, and as you see, I'm using my finger. I'm on my phone. Previous comment. So I'm trying to go back. What was your previous comment? Karim, honestly, the media had me thinking Trump hated black people, but Trump freed black people out of the slammer. No other president has ever done that. See, y'all fell for that Trump shit. If you from New York, you already know that Trump always employed a lot of black people, hung around a lot of black people, did a lot of good works around it, but he ran that racist uh, agenda to get in there, and then stuck to it. He didn't understand what he was doing, so he opened that door, allowed these militias to run crazy, and he couldn't come back from it. You sometimes you align yourself with certain shit. Now you got to stay in that format. So it definitely, he was doing some very, very disrespectful, racially influenced policies, and saying shit out of his mouth that you couldn't come back from. So a lot of the things were racist, but nah, B. Yeah, he rap artist, promoting mic fights, promoting all type of other shit. He's a New Yorker. He's a New Yorker. And one thing that people have to realize, that New York is a space, and you have to be racist in certain elements of it. You can't, that shit don't hold no water in New York. It just don't, because it's so dense that you're not gonna live for long. You won't be able to do business or nothing, and that goes for any parts of the spectrum. Once you overtly like that racist dudes, is gonna do somebody gonna run in your mouth. You're not gonna live. We've been through that shit already. I remember when Canarsie Mill Basin was all white, and people are strutting around there now doing what the hell they want to do. All that shit with Pop Smoke from that whole area was white. You couldn't even go out there. You would get plucked out. Straight like that. Now it's all black, and everybody just running around like it's all good, doing what they want to do. You got businesses all up and down Flatbush Avenue, Flatlands Avenue, going to Ralph, all type of ethnic restaurants and businesses. That wasn't like that. You couldn't even go down there. Once you passed Rockaway Parkway, your ass was grass. Straight up. It was all Jewish, Irish, or Italian. You couldn't even walk through there. But we lived through that. After that, that was a wrap. Bensonhurst with Yusef Hawkins on, all that shit. That shit don't fly in New York City like that no more. Now it's undercurrent. You may have racist landlords. You got politicians putting in racist policies. You understand? You may not get certain jobs, certain union positions, and things like that. But ain't no overt. If it's overt, trust and believe, somebody gonna go right upside your head, B. Where all the white people go, where they at? A lot of them out of town. A lot of them moved to, they even stopped doing Long Island. A lot of them is upstate New York. They just get the hell up out of there. The Irish still live in Brooklyn. Listen, I got an Italian right next door. She's 94 years old. Irish is still in BK. So is Italians. You dig? Yeah, tell them, Beeville. Off limits, yo. They used to get on a city bus when you trying to go to King's Plaza. If you ain't got your moms or some adult with you, you out of there. Race riots in Canarsie High School, South Shore, all that. That shit wasn't no game. People are living now. And if Beeville remember it was a Glenwood flea market. A lot of people don't remember that. You trying to go to the flea market to get the little silver house medallion or your pro kids. That's how far back I could go back. It was a flea market right there. Glenwood Flea Market, right where Avenue H and Kings Highway and Utica meet. Right there. Then on the other side you had the little Entenmann's factory and shit. You get the Entenmann's at a third of the price. Glenwood Flea Market had all the leads, had all that shit up in there. Yeah, go through, try to get through there. And all them side blocks, and now that is now predominantly black. You get your head knocked off back then, yo. You was coming back through there tossed up. You see? So, you gotta know the history. You gotta know how to move. So when you seeing Trump and you knowing he from Astoria, Queens, and you seeing how they was raised and how they was moving, and you know that shit. That shit was a sham, but it was so intense. And he really locked in with them people that you gotta stand tall on it now. You can't backtrack. You gotta rock it. And he opened up that box. And the militias went crazy and all. That's all he did was open that floodgate. But Like you said, I know plenty dudes that got home and was not going to get home. And I ain't gonna say no names, but quite a few of them Brooklyn dudes got home because that dude signed that paper. Let me see you do that with the Democrats. Let me see you do that with this bitch. She's a DA. And this dude who write crime bills. Ain't nobody ass getting home. Bet that. So you need to keep your ass out of them streets. You know? He was dissing us when what? When Starry City first opened. Yeah, he was doing that. But he also put a lot of them dudes to work. You dig? It's a, you know, Kodak Black. Love him. Yeah. I don't think I don't love none of them. They all foul. They all could eat a dum dum and, you know, and expire. I don't care about none of them. Because ain't none of them repping me. Akbar was putting in the work. Oh, yeah, definitely. But, again, where was Akbar getting the contracts from? The coalition was going and doing their thing, but you still got to be employed when they put the pressure on, you know? Trump is hilarious. I don't understand what people were offended by. Listen, like I always say, he got rid of, as soon as he came in there, he got rid of, and he made he disrespected the intelligence community. That was big, yo. Never seen no president do that. He said, fuck the CIA, fuck the FBI, fuck all y'all. I got this. That was big. That showed you that he was different. And he was different. How can we get black folks to love each other again? Through casualties and death. You get to a point where you can't just keep watching each other kill each other off. How come we don't hear much from Kamala? Because she was never supposed to say shit anyway. They utilize her. She ain't nobody. She ain't nobody. She ain't doing shit. She never wanted to. All she wanted to do was lock you up. She's a DA. Know someone's son. Yeah, that's what happens. You get that tune up. You get that tune up. You know? Yep. Q&A. Q&A. We ain't gonna hear nothing from her. My mother raised 3 girls, 7 boys. Not all the boys are locked up or dead or in jail. Her girls are educated, successful. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. When will our cup get filled? When will we be full? Gotta start putting in work. Gotta start putting in work. Gotta start putting in work. We not moving the needle until we start putting in work. I don't think people understand how many people the Black Panthers knocked off before they were loved or before they caught the eyesight of the nation. You know how many people they had to knock down in the hood, in their communities to get right? We got to put in some necessary work. We got to put in some necessary work. It's not, you're not walking, you're not praying this shit away, you're not voting this. Exactly, you got to do a cleansing. And they doing the cleansing now. Our people just not picking up on it. They cleansing the shit out of this shit. And as long as we don't do it on our own and be responsible for ourselves, we're going to still be at the bottom. Now they're getting ready to put the Afghan people in front of us. Everybody put something in front of them. All right? What part of the Wu-Tang series do you think you come in? Me? None. I doubt it. I doubt it. I can see how they inserted you, God. I didn't like that from the first season. I know that's a lie. But you know, it is what it is. But he had to be inserted way before that. His mom's and Raekwon mom's is best friends. They came from Brownsville together. So, you know, hey Dollar. So, I know, it's falsehood. We'll talk. H. Rap Brown did it in Georgia. They framed him. Yeah. But he just had his cataracts removed, so now he got his vision back. He could see. You know. Yes. Thank you, Nick. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you think there'll ever be a righteous black agenda? Yeah. Wasn't God in jail in '93? Excuse me, '91 and '92. He went back in '93 on a violation. Yeah, excuse me, y'all. Black agenda is yeah. Once we get serious about setting true goals, you know, an agenda is nothing but goal setting, having foresight and vision. You know, definitely be a black agenda. Just gotta get rid of these old ones and all these old fogies and people who don't know how to speak and collaborate and get their ego up out of their pocket. And for us, for our babies, to start knocking them down. You see how they disrespected Sharpton when he went out there? Fuck out of here. We don't need you here. Beat it. And the black community gonna embrace him though. Oh, it wasn't right. They should have knocked his fucking head off. What you doing out here? Don't New York City have enough issues? Why are you over here? You don't speak French, you don't speak patois, so what you doing here? How you gonna help people you don't even know how to communicate with? That's common sense. Fuck is y'all doing out there? It's stupid. It's stupid. It's another money grab. Give me some of that water. All right, Dollar, keep it up. What's wrong is we don't have OGs out here putting youth in check. Well, you got OGs that can do it and want to do it, but you got to have the strength and the energy to do it because a lot of them youth, what are you giving them? You have to really be solid in your doctrine to convince people, to love themselves. That's a hard sell. Like I tell you, don't believe in me, believe in my belief in you. It's a hard sell. I saw you posted that Jamaican man talking about the jab. I don't know what he was Jamaican, but I wouldn't listen to that motherfucker tell me about chicken, more or less telling me about the goddamn tune-up. Fuck out of here. And then if you look at a lot of those TV commercials or advertisements, everybody got tuned up is cross-eyed. They looking at, oh yeah, I feel great. Come on, man, get out of here. Get out of here. Yo, that's who we listening to now. A custy. Come on, yo. No. No, sir, not for me. But again, decisions have to be made. And this is really, really serious because as you see, I'm an independent agent now because I would never tell you to do something that I'm not going to do. So, yeah, I don't have a day gig no more. I'm independent. I got to do all this on my own. That's why I'm banging hard for more clients, because I live by my word. If it's good enough for me, damn that gig. I'm not. It's nobody business. Whether you did it or not, whether you got tuned up or not, is nobody business. You don't ask a girl, yo, when the last time you had a pap smear? You don't do that. You don't ask a dude, yo, when the last time you got your prostate checked? So it's nobody business what you got going on medically. So you can't force me to do it. You can't force me to explain or to show. Nah, B, you don't have that power or authority over me. So when I say that, I gotta live that. So the day gets out of here. And it's not no big, long shit. Yo, I ain't going, I don't want. Nah, I just stopped answering emails, stopped answering calls, and they realize I'm no longer there. But now what you gonna do, because I'm the only one, right, that was really running and facilitating all these classes. So now you got a big corporation that's getting state funds and money to operate, and you got nobody to work it. Because you talking about, yo, dudes got to get tuned up. So it's on you now. But, in me saying that, that means I got to rely on myself. I got to rely on my people to be my clients. You understand? Yo, let's get it. Let's get it. So I got to bang out all the time. Like I tell people, when you're in a position to do for yourself what you've been doing for the institutions, what you've been doing for Whitey, if you gave them 7 hours a day, you got to put 14 hours into yourself, because it's going to be that much harder for you to generate that income because you on your own now. So you got to do it, but it's worth it. It's worth it because you are content, you're safe, and you're satisfied with whatever you bring in. You're going to work that much harder because anything beats that tune up. Fuck that. You dig? But, I've been on for a nice little minute, you know. And again, y'all make sure y'all hit me. Y'all make sure. Yeah, let's. Well, I don't want to speak about NYC teachers for, for specific reasons. I'm not going to speak about that, but it's a lot getting ready to go on. But again, if you know anybody that needs anger management, has an anger issue, I am certified, court mandated anger management specialist. $50 for the initial interview, for the initial intake, so we could get it going, and $25 per hour sessions after that. So if you need it, you know somebody need it, let's get it. Right? Let's get it. Domestic violence, batterers accountability, let's get it. You understand? Or you just need coaching, life coaching. You know where to reach me. If you have any Bridgeport, Connecticut stories, I was born there, my pops was raised there. Listen, Bridgeport, Connecticut, real quick. There's a brother who grew up with us, Lamberg Shell, University of Bridgeport, two-time MVP for Division II. Took University of Bridgeport to the Division II National Championships and won. Lamberg Shell. He's now coaching. He was just coaching in Kingsborough Community College, right? That was my dude. We used to run up to Bridgeport all the time to watch him play in them home games, So, yeah, Bridgeport, Connecticut, they get busy. A lot of Spanish mommies out there, a lot of Latinas, them Latinas with them cuyo grandes. They're like, ooh, cuyo grandissimo, mommy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. And they get busy. We done had to knuckle up and throw some of them shells a couple of times up there, You got anger issues, then come get it. Come get it. Your lady say you got anger issues, let's go. Drop that cash up. Get this intake so we could get it right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. She crazy, so she might need anger management too. Let's get it. Wanna get it too. Right, V? Tell him, V. V got anger issues. V get her anger management. Let's get it. Let's get it. We all got anger. Yeah, so you got to get it right. You can't be mad and think you're going to win a war. Don't work like that. And you can't get rid of anger. Listen to the title, Anger Management. Anger is a natural emotion. You can't get rid of it, but you have to manage it so you don't make responses to your anger and cause you some type of, bad decision, consequences, and all type of shit. Gotta know what it is. Gotta know what it is. And you need a coach to get you through it. So yeah, you and your girl sign up, You and your girl sign up so we could get y'all right. But we don't win this war with hate and anger. This war is won with love. Because um, when you love your comrades, you'll kill for your comrades. And then you'll win for your comrades. Hate ain't gonna get it. Remember, revolution is love inspired. We love each other, so we'll never let nobody do us no harm. And you don't have to be mad to kill somebody at all. Right? William Gacy, Ted Bundy, them niggas was eating people with, and they was smiling while they was doing it. Yeah, look at Ted Bundy. He's so cute and gorgeous. He's a sexy, he's a good looking white fella. And he was eating people, killing their ass, smiling, looking on. Yeah, keep playing. Keep playing. You know? And keep playing. You know C. Franklin? Yeah, I know C. Franklin. I haven't been in his presence in a long time, but I know him. Wow, what about the mayor of Brownsville? He's a straight Brownsville cat, too. What up, Blah? You know? Yeah, putting ketchup and all type of shit on him. I'm telling you, people don't understand how anger works, how rage works, how it's manifested and the signs of it, and what it does to your body health-wise. Anger will destroy you, man. Anger will make you have a brain aneurysm, man. Keep fucking around. Keep playing and not addressing that need because you don't get therapy or you don't address the needs because you don't trust the therapist. You don't know. You're not sitting across from somebody who can understand and been there. Shit, I've been here. I'm here. I understand you. Come through. You can't tell me nothing that I haven't done. You can't. Do you think Kevin Samuels is doing good for black people? No. Anytime you breed separation from black man and black woman, you are a pariah, and somebody need to stick you with an ice pick. We don't have time for separation at all. At all. We don't have time for separating black men and black women. We don't have time for people separating us from those in the Caribbean or us from those on the continent. So to answer before anybody asks me, yeah, fuck Tariq too. I don't play them games. We have no time to separate our people based on flags or geographical locations. I don't give a damn what nobody say. We are all in this fight. All of us. Now, if somebody's ignorant because they from a different land, if they ignorant because they don't know, that's one thing. But to generalize and say that people from certain areas don't rock with each other, that's a lie. Because I've had many brothers from the Caribbean show me love, feed me, watch my back. Dominican, Haitian, Jamaicans, Trinis. Come on. All Puerto Rican. My brothers that will bust a shot for me. Straight like that. So how dare anybody get on a platform and tell you we gonna separate each other? How do I cash app? Cash app is Bliz, BLIZ 155. Dollar sign BLIZ 155. You've never done it, then you have to get Cash App on your phone. Right? Or you Western Union, Karim, Karim Johnson, Brooklyn, New York, 11207. No PayPal. I never had a PayPal. So, Cash App, Western Union. All right, I don't have Zelle yet. I'll get that. But yeah, I run with a Trini Jamaican. Yeah, any day. Listen, I don't play that shit. That means they don't know and they don't understand the history. They don't know, they don't understand what they're reading. How are you going to tell me that you are a student of a certain person, but their background is something you telling the rest of the people not to be involved with? You know who Dr. Ben is? Come on, yo. Sheikh Anti-Deal. All these individuals came from all over. Come on, yo. Came from everywhere. These are the historians. These are the elders. So what are we doing here? You telling me that I'm going to study from them, but I can't trust their people? That shit sounds stupid. But they build it because they got the megaphone. You understand? So they got an audience and they got ignorant people that follow they dumb ass. And these dudes don't do nothing in the street. No, I don't have PayPal. Listen, it's either Cash App or um Western Union. Yeah, I'm telling you, PayPal kicked me off too. I'm telling you, that was a while ago though. I ain't have PayPal in years. Right. You did I owe you a Quaker. It's like, come on. Dr. Henry Clark. I used to sit at these dudes' feet, these elders. I'm telling you. I said it time and time again. They used to have a clique. And my brother, oh my goodness. What is his name? You told me the name of what it was called. But they used to go, you would have the Ruba, you would have Dr. Clark, you would have Dr. Leonard Jeffries, you have Francis Cress Wesling. Who else used to come through there on a regular? And one, Lord Falani would come through here and there. But I mean, those were the elders, and they used to be in Harlem twice a month, right? And they would go to different locations and have these builds. They would be in the church one week. The next 2 weeks they'll be in the elementary school, right, in the cafeteria. Then they would be in the center somewhere. They would be all over, and they used to have these things, and they used to just be building. And I would sit right there, right next to them while they build it, getting all that. You were like, yo, these are heavyweights dropping it, and they just right here in the hood. And you be like, yo, ain't nobody paying attention. Like, what is it? And the shit wasn't crowded. When I'm telling y'all what it was, but they used to do it. They used to just go through. And I used to come through all the time. I used to come through there all the time and sit at their feet and feel that energy. Dr. Clark, mean, man. To hear him speak in person and see that on a regular, yo, I was open, open. So when you got somebody telling you to separate and name FBA and this and that, and come on, man, that's some hateful, evil, coonish shit. Have I ever met Khalid? No, I never met Khalid. Never met Khalid, and was in tears when he transitioned because I wasn't home yet. I was like, yo, I gotta get home so I could get with him, and you know, then I didn't make it home. Yeah, it is. It's a cancer. You can't. But look, he collected all that money for a museum, and now the motherfucking doing fucking R&B videos. This is the type of clown shit that we got going on here. But people still stand by it and support them because they dumb as hell too. When did and why did these bills stop? Because a lot of them was transitioning. They was, and they was getting older, and if you don't have that audience, right, on a consistent basis, it's hard to keep moving like that. Nick Cannon did an interview with Young Pharaoh, never dropped it. You know why? Nah, I don't know nothing about, why that didn't drop, but maybe it's because, he found out dude was sweet and he don't want no parts of that. You got fire in your belly. Yeah, because it's consistent. People are easily bought and sold. His brother Daoud still in Brooklyn doing his thing. I just seen brother Daoud on Linden Boulevard. He was in a I don't know if they was in an Uber or a cab or whatever, but him and a couple of the sisters from the organization was behind me. I didn't know who they was, so I seen them. I was like, oh, what up? You know? And yeah, while I was passing Brookdale. He's still out there. He's still out there. He is still out there. You know? Again, it's good people attached to some bullshit, but it's good people everywhere. Nick Cannon class has a lot of great scholars on my navigation. Thank you. But it's one thing to be scholarly, but you got to put that work in. Gotta get that work in, and that work comes from being in with the people who need it and allowing them to tell you, yo, I don't want this shit. Yo, kiss my ass, yo. Nah, I'm good. Oh, no, went to bed. Okay, V. No, I was just telling them, V, about anger management and how women get it too. So, I had to throw your name in that mix. Do you remember Lil Pig? Yeah. Haven't seen him. Haven't seen him. Oh, word. All right. All right. If he need help, reach out. It's one thing to be home. It's another thing to stay home. You dig? It's another thing to stay home. You know. But look, it's time. Okay, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. But it's definitely time. Let me do what I do. I appreciate my 2K, my 2,000. Hit me on Twitter too. Same name, Karim Bliz Johnson. He need assistance. What kind? He need head assistance to get his head right. You know. Mm-hmm. Guns down. Gloves will solve problems. Oh yeah. Yes. So peace knife. Again, I don't have moderators. I got comrades. So all my comrades salute. I appreciate the work. You know. There's no chat. These are comrades and we dialogue. We dialogue. Is anyone, huh? Why does keep doing that every time I touch it? Is there anyone out now in the young generation that you think has the same spirit as the elders? Not that came across. I haven't. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Them elders had some. They was focused. They was ready. Mother Dear created the 52 block. I heard that. I heard the rumor that he was the one who created it, but there was a lot of kids in Brooklyn that knew how to do it. What do you think about Professor Griff? Griff is old. Griff is old. He old. He talking too much. He talked too much. Shot his load. Shot his load. Get back in the mix. Get back and doing what you was doing. Job ain't done. You ain't finished. Ain't nobody finished. We ain't gained no ground. Get your shit back. Get your shit back. You know? And I've seen him give passes and say little things that kind of had me like, look at him, you know? Had me, yeah, he'd be flip flop. He had me, I really stopped listening when somebody questioned him about Grandmaster Jay in the NFC, and he said some shit about, yo, we shouldn't straighten a king's crown in public, or some shit like that when people was chastising and getting at him and exposing him. I'm like, fuck out of here. He ain't no king. He's a rat. He's an agent and been an agent. I called that shit out as soon as I seen it. I'm like, why? I was surprised that shit even blew up. I'm like, who the fuck is this clown? This CB4 dude. Nah. Nah. About Lord Jamal. Jamal's an MC. You know? He's an MC. Listen, I'm cut from a different cloth. I believe in my pledge is the arms, my pledge is the struggle. I came up differently. So my lens is a little different. They bothering you at work, all right. See, you know, my lens is different. My lens is different. Like you got, for me to give you your props, you got to be that. You got to be about that work. You got to be about that work. Whole T history, another beat Boston. What up? What up? What up? Another mass representative. You know. So my lens is different. You know, I don't give none of these dudes no props because again, I don't see the areas that they come from has improved. I don't see the hoods where these dudes come from improve or embracing them. I don't see it. So I mean, your work is not effective. I mean, you need to go back to the drawing board. You can't sit here and say you for the youth, you for the people, you for them, and you're not doing the work for them. Anybody could sit here and talk. Anybody could do that. What are you doing in them streets? Have I ever thought about running for local office? Yeah, several times. And then I remembered I don't even have a certificate of relief for disabilities. I don't have a certificate of good conduct. I don't want none of these people. I don't want their bread. Because in that position, in that seat, you can't do shit. Everything in that seat has a protocol. You can't even petition certain things unless you um, write it in a certain format. No, man, fuck that. I've run for office when we get rid of that office. When we get rid of that structure, the way the democracy is set up in this country, then I'll do it. That's how Castro did it. Get rid of this old shit. Get rid of it, you know? And start something fresh. Yeah, they do. I ain't wetting no beaks. I wet beaks with blood. Bust them in their goddamn nose bridge with that pistol. That's the beak. That beak gonna get wet just like that. I ain't with the games. I ain't with the games. What you think about Reza Islam? Um, his information be on point, but I do think he borders on fear mongering at times. And what's the solutions? What's the solution? We got a lot of issues in our communities. What's the solution, and how effective are you at getting the job done? So you know, I think he's sharp. I believe he's honest and sincere, and that means a lot in this game. You have to be sincere and transparent, you know. But again, I ain't thrilled. Remember, man, everything, my whole essence is George Jackson. That's it. This is it. That's what I got tatted on my arm, yo. That's it. That's it. That's it. Nothing else moves me. Nothing. Pledges to arms. You gotta get that work in. I'm not with the soft shoeing bullshit. I'm not with the, oh, we gotta do it this way. We can't. Nah. No. No. Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. Nah. Uh-uh. 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 You gotta make the blood trickle. You gotta make the blood trickle. Either from here or across that bridge. You take that 4-5 automatic, and once that blood trickle, people get a different understanding of how you communicating, what's being said and what need to be done. That shit make the toughest. That shit make the toughest change up. And you're like, oh, he not, yeah, we not playing. Yeah, yeah, that white meat. I'm telling you, let that blood trickle. Then all that tough guy shit, all that go out the window. All that go out the window. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. You dig? Trust and believe. You ain't getting it talking about, oh, we gotta vote, we gotta petition. Once you give somebody power and authority over you, you're done. Once you conform to your enemy, to what they're saying needs to be done and how to petition, how to speak, once you do that, you don't have no power. You fake it. You faking now. You Hammerstein. Fuck out of here. Nah, you ain't got that authority over me. You don't have the power, nothing. We relinquish our power a lot, and we have to stop doing that. We have to stop doing that. You can protest, but you got to do it this way. You can march, but you need a permit. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that? But y'all done heard enough from me tonight. Again, I appreciate that. I appreciate the 2K. 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, let's get to 5,000 now. Let's do what we do so we could build our nation. I love my comrades. Lord Jamal talks about solutions all day. His podcast always talk about the elders. I'm gonna watch it because I like Rod Digger and I like Jamal too. Right? I gotta watch it, but I haven't heard no solutions from any of them. Oh yeah, but I exposed Umar. People don't listen to me. I exposed Umar on my Facebook years ago. I told him he called y'all niggas. And he disrespected some very, very, very solid uh, men. I don't have to tell y'all shit. Tell niggas what I got to do. He said that years ago. So this new shit ain't nothing. He's years ago. I was like, what kind of man talks to other men of that caliber like that? You don't have to be transparent about money people donated to you. So I exposed him years ago. Years ago. My Facebook go all the way back. 2012, I was doing videos. I'm not new to that. I'm just new to the YouTube and the sharing on people formats on Fly Nubian Queen and all that shit. I was on that shit 20, 30 times before I did No Filter with Doggy. And then Outspoken. He convinced me to start doing it more. You know? All that. All that. You know? Been exposed. Any of these clients, it's not near one of them that came through within the last decade I haven't shit on. Because they're not about nothing. But people continuously give to them, and you don't even see them. You don't even know where they live. No one sees them. They not doing no work. But people give them thousands here, here, here. It's a game. It's a hustle. As long as they keep away from me, they good. They good. Because guarantee you, I'm an expert. I hit that tempo every time. I've never missed it. Never. Never. Never missed it. Quick with it, too. Oh, I will hit somebody in the head with that pistol. Quick. So we can have an understanding, a real understanding, and we could get to straightening things out. Especially when you come in and trying to switch the rage direction of my people and distract them and all that. You got time for that shit. Yep, it became a new church. So again, I'm on my way out. We shall do this again quickly. All right. Tomorrow maybe sometime. But I'm gonna do what I do. I love y'all. I love my people. You understand? Yeah. Yeah. We ain't got time for separation. We need each other. All right? So, again, salute, peace, and power. I love my people. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in a divine order. That's what it is. Science and math. So salute to my peoples. I love y'all. Peace. Peace.